All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 837. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We're almost at the end of the week. How did that happen? I feel like it just started. I am so happy to be here though, because Thursday is test taking techniques and content. We call it Series 6 because we're gonna have something for all 6 exams, and we're gonna do it Kona style. It's gonna be good. Brandy's gonna have some questions that are gonna go up on the screen, and we're gonna answer those things with a little bit of content, a little bit of techniques. We're gonna tie together what we learned all week long, right?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I like to say that we had a great week so far in the Kona Academy. We like to thank all the people that have been on and all the people that are wanting to sign up and get on. It's been a great experience, and thank you all for all the great feedback we've been having, and we can't wait to get people all the way to that other end where we can get them a pass notice.
Yeah.
Actually, get yourself a pass notice. That's what we're talking about. If you don't know who we are, my name is Andy. I am the guy that answers all the back office stuff over here. I'm the secretary. You guys all know that. But you're not here for me and my non-typing skills. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice, because that's what we're talking about. Pass notice. We're talking about pass notices, right, Brandy?
That's right.
Hey, so I want to say this about it. It's been coming up a little bit, but I want to say this, guys. Consistency is everything. Consistency is everything. If you want to know how to pass this stuff, it's consistency. And then when you've been consistent and you've been putting in that work, and let's just say you don't get the result you want, guess what? It's just not meant to be right now. That means it's not going to not happen. It's just not right now. Sometimes that's just the way it works.
That's right.
And we just going to have to go at it again.
Yeah.
Again and again. And some people go, well, I feel so defeated. I feel so defeated, Brandy, because I put all this work. I put in all this work. And I didn't get what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's narrow-minded, sir or lady. Because look, you put in all that work and you're now smarter than you were when you started.
That's true.
There's no loss there. The only thing that you've lost is you've lost sight of what's important here. You learned.
That's right.
You learned. You don't fail truly until you give up. When you quit attempting, that's when you fail.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, you just get back up and you just do it again. Are you kidding me? We are on with a bunch of people that are champions in their lives. Some of y'all been through stuff that I can't even imagine going through. And I mean that in the most positive way. Some of y'all are just fighters. You've been through way more difficult things in your life than a silly exam. Quit letting it have power over you. Don't let it have power over you.
It's just words, man.
Just words. It's just a piece of paper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a piece of paper. It ain't got no power over you. And if you're a believer, you know that. God creates. That's the only thing we need to worry about. Satan tears down. And as long as we have faith, there ain't no way that anybody else is going to win. That's it. That's it. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. I'm telling you right now, guys, there was moments in Brandy and I's marriage where we had zero money in the middle of winter and we had not enough money to put the heat on. I'm just saying. We had enough to keep the rent. That was it, and barely that. Barely that. I remember one time I had to borrow $40 just so we can make it for a week so we can eat. Because we put everything we had into doing this. Everything. And we just had faith. We just had faith. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. They ain't handing out success. You got to fight for it. You got to fight for it. And if you want it bad enough and you keep fighting, you'll be worthy of that blessing. Because blessings are only given to the worthy. That's it. That's it. So if you don't get what you want or how you think it's supposed to turn out, keep your head up, keep your faith, keep fighting, and know that if you just keep doing what you got to do, it's going to happen for you. It's going to happen. But don't you ever quit. Don't you ever quit. I don't care what it is. Never quit on yourself. Never quit on yourself. I'm not saying quit on us. I'm not saying quit an exam. I'm saying quit on yourself. Whatever that may be, don't quit on you. You're a winner. You're worthy. And I think far too many times we go through life and every day and we just don't slow down and realize how worthy we really are. And people just don't tell us what we really need to hear. And that is just, we are worthy of things greater than what we have. Whatever that may be. I'm not talking material things either. Just worthy. Goes beyond that. Love yourself. Love for who you are. Love your family. Love of your blessings. Love of everything. Keep it in perspective, people. You never lose when you have that perspective. You never. All right. So that's my speech for tonight because it came up, and I know there's some people that just didn't have what they wanted, what they needed, you know, what they thought they were going to get, and that's for them. Because I know I had a conversation with somebody, and I know they probably were feeling a little low, but you know what? That's for you. And if it wasn't just you that I had a conversation with, I know you all feel it. I know you felt it, and it's true. So just keep your faith, all right? And I always like to do this on a Thursday because over the weekend, we get bombarded with distractions. We get hit with all the kinds of negativity. We get hit with all this stuff with people telling you, oh, you ain't got that license yet? What are you studying yet? You know, what are you going to be, the next Trump? What are you going to be, the next whatever, right? People make their assumptions, right? You next billionaire, right? Shouldn't have said Trump. That sets people off, huh? You ain't the next billionaire yet. You haven't built your spaceship yet. I guess that's the new level, right? You're rich when you can make like stuff go to Mars.
Yeah.
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 So I'm just saying, it used to be like a Bentley, right? That's like yesterday. Now it's spaceship. But anyways, but here's the thing. You just got to just ignore it. You guys did ignore it. Put your noise canceling headphones on, pick some music, and just get to studying. Just let them do whatever they do, and they just watch what you do. And then when that day you just like, you know, and they're looking at you and they go, man, I always knew you were gonna do this. Wow. I'm telling you, I'm telling me if I'm lying, Brandy. That's what people tell you.
Yeah, all the time.
It wasn't like that when she was studying though.
Oh.
But now it's like, oh, I always knew. I always knew. Yeah, sure you did. Yeah, it's okay. But anyways, if you haven't joined in on us and you haven't gotten connected with us on the Kona Butterflies Academy or any of the 21-day stuff, I want you to go ahead and scan the QR code that's going to pop up on the screen. Hit the links. If you don't want to pay for us, that's fine. Enjoy all the free. We got YouTube. We got all this other stuff. We got a study guide that's amazing for the SIE. I'm telling you, it's like, it's top tier.
It is.
I'm just saying that. That SIE study guide is pretty dang amazing. And if you're a member, it's got video explanations. You can actually push play on some of those videos and then it'll explain it. So you're reading through it and you're like, oh, wow, I wish I knew a little more about that. And you can click on it and boom, it's playing.
That's right.
It's awesome. So if you haven't checked all that stuff out, hit the links in the chat, hit the QR code, check out our link tree. We got all kinds of great stuff to connect with us, even that membership. And just be with us. Just be with us on the community, whatever it is. It's always a positive mental attitude, positive message. We just really want the best for y'all. And if it's all about the community.
Yep.
I love building a community of people who just want to win. That's all I want. That's all I want to have people around me. There's so much negativity. That's easy to go get. You can go on any social media and get a bunch of people that are negative.
Walk down the street.
And don't want to win. Yeah, you can walk down the street. Say 2 words on any subject. You can get somebody getting yelly and negative.
Say hi.
Why are you so happy?
Hi.
Why are you so happy? People all against happiness. Anyways, phone number is 951-290-3077. Call or text me if you need more information. We got a reminder for the Kona Academy. Speaking of which, If you haven't joined in, it's not too late. This weekend, I am going to put out a post. Even if you haven't signed up, you'll get the post. And it'll be all the stuff so you can get caught up. So you can watch the, few videos, whatever. We're not that far behind. You're not that far behind. It ain't too late. You can get caught up over the weekend. It's literally going to probably take you about 3 to 4 hours, maybe.
Maybe 4 hours through a 3-day weekend, actually.
Yeah, a 3-day weekend. Yeah, you can do that. You could do that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's like literally you spent more time watching the Lord of the Rings. You're watching a bunch of short people walk across a fantasy land for 3.5 hours. You can do this.
I guarantee you guys are all on YouTube or TikTok longer than 4 hours this weekend.
I guarantee you they've been watching depends what age group. Depends what age group. They're on TikTok, Reels, whatever. Anyways.
That's 2 Disney movies, by the way.
You're not going with my Lord of the Rings one? Oh, okay. Anyway. Anyways, it's not too late. Tomorrow we got some great stuff. Tomorrow starts at 9:30 a.m. Pacific for the SIE, 11:30 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central, 1:30 East. Series 6, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Mountain, 1:30 p.m. Central, 2:30 East, and then 63 is 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. in the East. And remember, if you're a member, remember this Sunday, we don't know if we're going to be back for the evening espresso. We might have had our last one. I'm not sure yet.
Right.
But I will say this, Monday, we have the all exams, all techniques. So that's why we're saying a 3-day weekend. You got 3 days to get caught up because content picks up again on next Tuesday.
Right.
So that's enough time for you to marinate, get some quizzes in on the stuff you studied. We're going to have some homework for you over the weekend for the Academy folks. So the people have been studying, that way you can keep relevant, keep studying, get those quizzes in, and then we'll hit it again on Tuesday, get through the next section. And people are really loving the pace, really loving the way this is structured. So remember, we got all that going on. So it's not too late. So if you haven't started yet, you got plenty of time. I'll have that video up so you guys can do your homework over the weekend and get all caught up and right on track.
Yeah.
All right. If you're not following me on Instagram, I wish you would. I tell you what, when they give me a picture, they let me know and give me enough time. I'll add another one to the Kona Hall of Fame. I only say that because I literally just got the picture like 10 minutes before I got on.
Yes.
Guess what, Brandy?
What?
We add another one to the Kona Hall of Fame because we got to pass up. Congratulations to Rami on passing. I was waiting for you to flip that up there. Congratulations to Rami on passing that Series 26. If you've been following us a little bit, you know that he got his SIE, his 6, his 63, and now this is his 26, all through Kona.
Yay.
And so this is the last one he needed to really take his business to the next level.
Right.
And already an RVP, but now he can get ownership, which he's already at.
Yeah.
Which he's already at.
He's got some diamonds.
He's already almost at ownership, guys, and it's only been like 2 years.
Yep.
So he's already almost there.
Yep.
And so this is really what's going to push him over the edge and let him start building that business out to where he can really have a business.
Yep.
So congratulations to him and his wife. I really want to say congratulate. It was really a team win. I mean, they really are a couple. He doesn't ask us any questions really anymore. He learned the system. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, sometimes you just need a good system.
Right.
And that's what we teach here. It's a system. I almost shudder to tell people that it's like, oh yeah, we teach you the content on how to pass. No. We're teaching you a system on how to get through all your exams, a system.
Huh.
So congratulations on getting that Series 26 and just leveling up. So I'll have more on that. I'll post over the weekend, but congratulations, Rami. I literally 5 minutes. I haven't even got to really talk to him about it yet.
No.
So congratulations on getting this done. Next level.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. I'm like, I feel like I need a clicker. All right. I need to read. This is my homework. I got to make new graphics for 2024.
Yeah, I put that on the list.
Thank you, ma'am. Series 6. This is the Series 6. We got 6 different exams we're going to cover tonight. The SIE, the 6, 63, 26, 65, and the Series 7. I should call it the Brandy Special because she has a license in each and every one of these. And That way you guys can get her knowledge and how she passed these things. And it takes a little bit of content and it takes a lot of technique. This is really how Brandy did it. That's what Thursday's all about, really. If you want to know how she got these things done, she's just going to go through the questions the way she knows how to do it. And guess what? You're just going to replicate, right?
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. That's the system we're trying to teach you. Somebody's already been there. Rinse and repeat.
That pretty much.
That's it.
Yep.
We just want you to do the same. So you ready, Brandy?
Let's do it.
Let's get after it.
I'm excited. All right. All right. So somebody said to me earlier today, they're like, man, I have a really hard time starting with the answers because like that's weird. And I'm like, I hear that.
That's why I always, so side note, you know, if you guys been on the Monday Kona catchphrase, I always read from D because it's difficult for me as well. So I just start from the bottom and work up. Now, my brain has to go in a structure that makes sense to my head.
Correct. So Andy's very structured. I don't know what that means. So I sometimes even just start with whatever just looks interesting. And I know that that's weird, but I'll start with A. I'll start with A, right? And so check this out. If we just look down, Dow Jones, Dow Jones, Dow Jones, Dow Jones, average, 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 average. So really, we only need to pay attention to composites, transportation, utility, and industrial. Now, I don't think you have to be studying for securities.
I think there's only one word on there that maybe might give me pause is composite. I might be like, what's a composite? Like composite plastic? I don't know what that means.
But have you ever heard of the composite average or have you ever heard of the industrial average?
I don't know why, but composite, I always think of like a mix of stuff.
True.
Like something like that. I mean, they're the best. I'm just taking it out of securities. I'm just using my average brain.
True. But this is going to be one of those things where, I mean, we could break it down like this. This is specific, right? Transportation, it's going to be about transportation.
Yeah.
And utilities are going to be about like utilities. And then even if you're brand new to studying for securities, just like somebody just put in the chat, I have heard of the industrial average, right? Composite is a mix of everything, by the way. Right? So we've heard of only one of them, and that's D, right? The question, it says the index that's based on 30 blue chip companies. I bet you guys had no idea that the Dow Jones Industrial Average, or the DJIA, only is 30 companies. We base our entire market performance on only 30 companies. What's the Dow Jones doing today? Bro, there's 30 companies there. Okay. But they are the big companies. They are the big ones. But the best.
Yeah. I mean,
side note.
I mean, I guess the theory is if like those ones go down, yeah, we got problems.
So if you guys ever see it, the best example of your market is going to be the S&P 500 because that's 500 companies, not just 30. But we usually look at both. There's three things that we usually look at. We usually look at the Dow Jones, we look at the S&P 500, and we also look at NASDAQ.
Those are the ones I just hear all the time, you know?
Yeah, because these are all like our tech stocks.
Yeah, yeah.
So just so that you guys know, because this is a little bit of content tonight. A little bit.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah, if you want more content, scan that QR code on the screen there. Join in on our membership. We got a 21-day plan and Kona Butterflies Academy.
Yeah. That's a little bit. All right. Callable preferred.
That's my plug.
I like that. Callable preferred. Convertible preferred. Cumulative preferred. By the way, guys, it took me forever to learn how to pronounce cumulative the right way.
It is one of those words, cumulative.
The other word when I was studying, the other word that I was excited to pronounce correctly.
Yeah.
Contemporaneous.
Yeah, that's a word.
That's when it comes to insider trading.
Contemporaneous.
Contemporaneous.
Yeah.
I was excited. I can say it right. Okay. Callable, convertible, cumulative, participating. Do you guys see a pattern here? They're all preferred.
Yeah.
Convert, change. That definitely means change. But I'm looking for a pattern.
Yeah, I know what you're looking for. I'm trying to see it.
Is there anything that stands out? It's so simple, you're overlooking it. There you go.
3 start with C.
Yep.
That's the easiest, the simplest way. I know people are looking at this. They're like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it. That's it.
That's it, right?
That's the key. Guys, have you ever been in a situation where you don't know anything that's going on?
Yep.
This question might be totally baffling you. That's your shot.
That's it. So the question says, which type of preferred stock gives the holders the possibility of bonus payments above and beyond the stated dividend? Now, when we talk about bonus payments, does that sound like callable? Does bonus and callable sound the same? Sound like they would go together? And I'm not talking about securities vocabulary. I'm just talking about in the world. Bonus, callable. Does that make sense? No.
No, I mean, it doesn't. No, it does not.
Does convertible and bonus go together? No, we said convertible means change, right?
Right.
So that doesn't.
That doesn't make no sense.
Cumulative is the worst word that you want to hear when you're getting to the finals. Like if you've been in for 9 months, right? And you're getting to that final, and the teacher says this is going to be a cumulative test. Cumulative test means everything
I learned. Are you kidding me right now?
But does that sound like bonus? It sounds like everything.
Threw my beginning of the year notes away. What are you telling me right now?
Right? So cumulative is everything. It's not bonus. So it's not that. So because I know participating doesn't sound like bonus either, but I've already crossed off the other 3. But can't you participate in a bonus?
Yes, you can. You could participate in a company, and then guess what? They do good. They give you the bonus.
Yeah.
But you ain't playing. You ain't winning.
There you go. And there you go, guys. There's your match. If you participate and you get a bonus. See, exactly. You guys are with me. There you go.
But again, in the beginning there, if you didn't know anything about nothing and you're just like, I don't even know.
Dude, I'm so tired.
I'm so tired of this exam already.
1 a.m.
That one doesn't have a C at the beginning. I'm picking that one.
Gonna click on
You would have got it right.
C.
We're here to pass exams, folks.
Junk bonds.
Yep.
Investment grade bonds. Junk bonds, by the way. Do I call your job junk waitressing?
Wow. You can't get enough of that reference.
Yeah. Wedding singer.
Wedding singer reference.
Junk bonds, investment grade bonds, 0 coupon bonds, convertible bonds. So we already said convertibles change, right?
Yeah, we already said that.
0 coupon means that there's 0.
Right.
Okay.
Sounds like some sort of discount.
Investment grade makes me happy.
Oh, yeah. That's like high quality, right?
Right. There is a dash in the 0. I mean, in 3. But C, 3. And junk means right?
Yep.
Okay.
Find it at the dump boutique.
There you go. Lower grade bonds with higher yields are typically lower grade bonds with higher yields are typically referred to.
Lower grade means junk.
You guys ever got an F? You're like, man, that's a junk grade.
That's a junk grade.
That's what I.
But it has. But if you think about it, the higher yields part plays in because if they're low grade, what do they say? High risk.
Because we don't think about it like our credit scores, right? The higher our score, the lower our interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the higher. Oh, sorry. This one's actually backwards.
Yeah, backwards.
The lower the grade, the higher the interest. The same thing.
Yeah, that's risky.
That's risk. More risk.
I need to slap some more interest on that.
You don't get more value when it comes to higher risk because high risk equals high reward or high return, right? Risk doesn't necessarily mean inexpensive or better value.
No.
But this just means that you have a low credit score. Right? You have a low credit score. The issuer is the lender is taking a huge risk on lending you money because you have a low credit score. So your interest rate is higher.
Right. So if I'm a lender and I give out a loan to somebody who's high risk because they're, I don't want to say a junk.
No, we don't.
Junk borrower. I don't want to say a junk borrower, but they got a lot of risk, right?
Right.
So I'm going to put a lot of interest on that, which is going to yield higher for me.
Right.
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 there's a lot of risk in the fact that that might fall through.
That you're not going to get your principal back.
No, I'm not going to get that money. So I better charge a lot of interest to at least cover that principal that I may or may not get.
Exactly. So it's always risk versus reward.
Right.
I might want that 15% interest, but they have a C rating, and I don't know if I want to risk not getting my par value back at the end.
Might be a good burrito,
but you
might pay for that. I might pay for it.
You might get some creepy crawly legs in it.
Who knows?
Okay.
Might be worth it. I don't know.
Dude, I used to eat at this Mexican restaurant, and it had a C rating, and I couldn't help but go. It was good.
You probably reasoned in your head, like, how bad could the beans be?
I legit.
'Cause that's all you eat anyway.
Back then, I was eating beef. Okay.
Oh.
Strips are always short-term maturities.
Yeah.
Always? Strips are zero coupon bonds that pay interest at maturity? Question mark. I don't know what it's saying. I'm just going to question it. Strips pay interest annually. I don't know what that means. And strips are always long maturities. Now, check this out. I know some of you might say A and D are opposite. I see that in there.
Yeah.
But
yes,
they're also Mona.
They are. What do you say about that? Not true.
Usually. Usually not true.
Some sort of false
Advertising.
false, right. Whatever. I give up.
False.
I wasn't say advertising.
Right.
But anyways, go ahead. Continue.
Okay. But if we think of something being stripped down, have you ever had to redo your cupboards? And you had to strip down your cupboard. You had to take out off the paint and the finish and all that stuff, and you had to get it down.
It's got that 1970s avocado green cupboard.
Right? So you had to strip it down to nothing. You had to strip it down to nothing. Y'all can come up with another analogy that you might want to fit there that's more not family friendly.
Exactly. Something that occurs in a champagne room that doesn't have champagne. Y'all know what I mean? And if you don't, never mind.
If you don't know, now you know. Oh, I love it. What is Mona? Mona is must. Oh, look at that. It's in the chat. Never, must only, never, and always. It's very rare that something, must is like the weakest link of the ones, but Ona sounds weird, so we use Mona. So it's the weakest link, but what it means is that it's very rare that you're going to see something that's only and true, or always and true, or never and true, because those words are very definitive.
Yeah, very definitive.
Right.
How many things do you know that are so definitive?
Yeah, that it's a never or an always. It's rare. So it's not that it never happens, because that would defeat the purpose of Mona, but it's usually a not true statement.
Right.
That's why we put the usually in there.
Yeah. Got to leave some leeway in there, but
stability.
It happens.
It happens. All right. Moral obligation bond, double barrel bond, revenue bond, special assessment bond. I know that some of you are like, well, I've heard of a revenue bond. And it's true.
Just going to generate some revenue.
So that means if I've heard of a revenue bond, that means in the question, it should mention something about fees or revenue, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of a moral obligation bond, and I've never heard of a double barrel bond, and a special assessment. I've never heard of that. Oh, did we finish
the previous question?
Oh, no, we didn't. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. We didn't put it up there.
Which is following its characteristic of strips.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
See, but we're showing you can answer these questions without even looking at the question.
Right. My bad.
And this works on the real exam, folks.
Trust me. All right. So revenue bonds I've heard of. I haven't really heard of the other three, but I could click on this and not look at the question, but I could look at the question and just prove my point that if it says fees or revenue in that question, then the answer is C, right? So the question says, a municipality has issued a long-term municipal bond which indicates that the state legislator will provide support if the bond goes into default. What type of municipal bond offers this protection? So I was looking at these answers, and okay, definitely it's not revenue because it doesn't say anything in the question
No, it's
about
nothing.
But I got the state legislator going, hey man, I'm going to give you support if you go to default, and it's protection. To me, that pointed to obligation.
Yeah, we're gonna give a moral obligation to protect it.
Right?
We can't let that fail.
No. And that's the answer. I literally went with support and protection. And to me, looking at all of those words, the only words that matched was obligation.
The only thing would have come close to special assessment. But I would have gone with A.
Right. Series 7. This is for you.
There is a person on here studying for the Series 7.
What?
Siri's just giving us a whole rundown of a movie.
That's crazy because you know where I pulled this question from? I pulled this question from the SIE STC Q Bank. And Lily just got this on her Series 7.
There you go. Welcome, Lily.
Welcome. All right. Last one. It's the full faith and credit of another company. It's the full faith and credit of the issuer. It's the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. Or it's the full faith and credit of a municipality. So what we're looking for is another company, the issuer, the U.S. government, or a municipality. That's really what we're looking for.
I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just want to rate them.
Okay.
And which one I'd rather have as a full faith.
And that is?
I would have gone with probably the government, I guess.
Right?
I would have think of what's that called? Granny?
Jenny Mays?
Jenny May?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Which of the following is true regarding the ultimate responsibility for paying the principal and interest on a guaranteed bond? Now, we have said before that there are no guarantees in security.
That's right.
So this is where your content's going to have to come in a little bit. The U.S. government is backed by taxes.
That's as good as a guarantee right there, baby. What's the only two things we can count on in life? Death and taxes.
Municipalities are backed up by taxes and fees.
If that ain't a guarantee, I don't know what is.
The full faith and credit of the issuer is just it's credit. There's nothing special about that.
Yeah.
But if you've got another company backing you, isn't that like a cosigner?
Yeah.
And why do you need a cosigner?
Credit's bad.
Because you need to have a guarantee that this debt is going to get paid. If it's not by you,
yeah,
it's by somebody.
Yeah. That is A. So it's not the government.
No. The answer is the guaranteed bond is like a cosigner. Oh, and if you guys are Conan members, I use that as my example.
See, I would have picked government, but see, that's where the content comes in.
That is where the content would come in to back up your question with this one. That's hilarious.
Reno has that's funny. I love it. No, we love off topics in the studying brew.
We don't mind. Anyways.
Yes.
But that's it. That's 6 questions, guys. And did you see? Little bit of content. Very little. But if you guys notice, we still only had to focus on one word of the answer choice and one word in the question. And we had to keep it simple.
Yeah. And
boom, boom.
Even though this one took some content, but if you looked at it, and I would have done a why wrong, because I would have picked government and I would have got it wrong. And I would have said, and I would have made the connection from here on out. Guaranteed another company is like a cosigner.
There you go.
It's like a cosigner. And I would have remembered that backwards and forwards for the next time. And then you got to just make a little note. Never again. Never again will you get me. Yes.
I said that today. I said I got one of the one of the questions wrong. And I said, never again will I get this question wrong for this reason.
You had like your Gone with the Wind moment? Never.
Turn up. I'll never go hungry again.
Solid reference there for all those who sat through Gone with the Wind, which is also 3 hours. What can you also do in those 3 hours? You can go ahead. Oh, it's actually 4 hours, huh? You can get through all that Kona content and get caught up for Kona Academy that will be back on content on Tuesday. And you're not that far off. Look at that. Instead of Gone with the Wind, you can get caught up same amount of time and advance yourself. So there you go. Wait for after to get that Gone with the Wind reference if you haven't seen that movie, by the way.
It's like in the middle before the intermission.
Anyways, all right. I want to go into it. We'll do it after the brew. Anyways, all right. Thank you all for being here. Remember, stay consistent, keep that positive mental attitude. And as always, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Don't forget to practice keeping it simple. Practice those keywords. Practice those techniques tonight and through the weekend. See you guys next time. Have a great one.